Another one.
Yep. As promised, I said within 24 hours, we was gonna do a real film session on Mingo. Jonathan Mingo. Yeah. I'm about to fix that thumbnail. I need to put his name on it. I'm tripping. But anyway, yeah, man. This is gonna be one of them ones because a lot of people talk. It's a lot of opinions. It's a lot of. I think Mingo gonna be okay. I think Mingo gonna be a bust. It's only one way to really kind of know. Because I've been talking about the fact that in 2023, he averaged 2.8 yards separation. But I've also proven that sometimes separation can be schemed. So if you run a lot of screen concepts, the screen concepts alone is gonna make you appear to have more separation. Because when you catch the ball, they're gonna measure everybody around you. So if you run in screen concepts, a lot of times you go already have way more space. So that's why you gotta truly look at the film. So y'all sit back and relax, man. Let me get everything set up. I'm gonna have to fix that thumbnail. That's bothering me. So let me fix that. I'll be right back. You gotta be able to multitask, you feel me? But see, as y'all know, when you doing these raw film sessions, it's not like a normal show where you have everything, primed and ready to go. Everything is crisp, pristine. It don't work like that. Sometimes you gotta just open it up. You just gotta go in, That's just what you gotta do. So I'm correcting this thumbnail now, man. You gotta make this stuff. You know what I mean, man. You gotta make sure everything is everything. You know what I mean. You gotta make sure everything is everything. Also, we still got Boss Land today, and that's gonna be another war. Trust me. Because landlord already let it be known he trying to put a hit on me. Then he said yesterday he trying to snitch on me. He was trying to report my channel because I was over here making the case for defensive tackle over even wide receiver too. So it's getting real shady in these streets, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, you never know which Henny and landlord is gonna show up. They might show up with a handshake. They might show up with a bullet. You never know. So I don't know. But one of the things too, for sure, is we gonna talk it out as usual. And I also know this, man, just keeping it real. Those debates, they make everybody better. Cause just like the last, y'all like how that update automatically? Ain't that dope? Ain't that software dope? When you update that thumbnail, that update too. Oh, man, that's just magic. I just love technology. You just gotta be comfortable with it. Y'all see, you know what I'm saying? It just updated by itself. Man, y'all give me about 30 more seconds, man. I just gotta update a couple of more things. Be right back. I promise this time. I promise. All right, let's go. See, the goal is to remove all doubt. Because it's a possibility, man. Mingo might be all right. But we going to know after the day. We going to look at it. We going to look at it. That's only one way to really know. You got to look at it. Almost there, y'all. Thank y'all for your patience. Thank y'all for coming on in. All right, everything is updated. All right, let me get y'all comments up in here. And like I said last time, when I do these film sessions, I don't get a dime on it. Sometimes I do, and let me explain how it works. See, what happens, I'm explaining this to everybody. You never know which one of these clips was actually shown on the NFL Network. So if a clip of all 22 is shown on the NFL Network, even if it's for like 30 seconds, it's gonna flag it. And then they'll demonetize you. So you might have 99% of your film session never get hit. But with the Dallas Cowboys, they always featuring us. You know what I'm saying? So especially if I'm doing content on the Dallas Cowboys, more than likely it's gonna get flagged. You know what I'm saying? So if it get flagged, they turn off your monetization. They just turn it off. You know what I mean? So it'll go from green to red. That's how it works. You know, when you green, you go get paid off the ads. You know, when it's red, they go pay the NFL Network or whoever the revenues go to. So, you know, it's more hit or miss with this. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's worth it because if you're an executive, you the type of person that want to see it. Like, you don't want to take none of our word for it. You know, and I've been saying this, man, and I mean this. I'm gonna just be honest when I tell y'all, and y'all just gonna have to stomach this. But the writers and the content creators gonna stop lying to y'all when y'all start valuing, not everybody, but when our fans start valuing truth over wanting to feel good, that's when we gonna start doing proper content. But the reason why you get so many people doing positive pamper content, we still can do it, Henny. We can do whatever we want to do, bro. We go still do it, Henny. I already let people know that we go do some film. I already put it out there on Twitter. But I just want to explain the reason why you see so many rosy predictions by our content creators and writers. That's because honestly, that's what y'all want to hear. That's what a lot of our fans want to hear, you know? And once we get fans that's like, you know what? I just want to know the truth. I don't want you to try to give me any pampers to feel good. I don't want no positive pampers. I just want you to tell me what's up so we can know what to fix. Don't lie to me. Just tell me what to fix. When we start being those type of fans to where we actually support people that's telling you the truth, you gonna have less pressure on the content creators and writers to lie to you. So, and I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. A lot of times I've told y'all pure truth. Pure truth. I'm gonna say something right now based on where I am in a film session. A lot of people ain't gonna want to hear what I'm getting ready to say because there's so many people out there selling. There's so many people selling optimism. If you say something that's outside of that, they could be like, man, come on. But I already told you I'm 3 games in on Blue, and I have not looked at his best games. Okay. But I'm going to tell you what I see on Blue right now. Be all the way honest with you what I see on Blue. It has to be blocked up. or Blue not gonna be the running back that y'all think he is. And I'm finna get into this film session with Mingo. But Blue is not gonna be the running back that y'all think he is and what he's been sold to be. He doesn't make cuts as clean. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you know who got actually better running back balance and skills? Y'all ain't gonna want to hear this, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Deuce. Deuce got more running back skills than Blue. Now, Blue faster, but the guy with the agility, the cuts, the elusiveness, Deuce. And see, I'm preparing myself for it. I'm just preparing myself for it. So, because I watched them, and I don't watch the highlights. I never do that. I watch the games. And he doesn't make cuts real clean. I see a lot of tipping. I do. And he doesn't fall forward. You know? So, if he plays with us, like what I saw with Texas, I think a lot of people gonna be disappointed. But he might, hit it hard and come in and I'm just telling you what I see in 3 games. And I'm also being honest to say I haven't looked at his best games. I looked at his hardest games and his rival games, because that's what I judge a lot of these people on. So we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong. But then I'm also not complete. Once I complete it, I'm gonna give my full analysis on him. But based on what I've watched, the games I watched the toughest games and the rival games. So I watched Michigan, I watched Oklahoma, and I watched A&M. Them games where they go play each other very hard. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't watch them games where you look at the stat sheet and you just saw him get loose. So, but when you say stuff like that, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people don't want to hear that. They don't. They want to hear, oh man, he Tony Dorsett. And if I don't see that, I'm not gonna say that, bro. I'm just not gonna say that. And we got to get to a point to where we want to hear the truth more than we want to feel good. And then what's gonna happen is you gonna start rewarding people that tell you the truth over people that's just telling you stuff to make you feel good. I'm gonna say this last thing before I get into this film session. It's another person that I was not impressed with when I watched their film. Pickens. I was not impressed. When I walked in to look at Pickens, I was expecting more than what I saw. Now, the data said that he was only averaging 2.3 yards per target, right? So I already talked about that. And we finna get into Mingo. Y'all sit back. But I looked at Pickens and, I'm gonna look at you every which way, okay? So when I looked at Pickens and I saw that 2.3, I was like, ugh, that's bad. But I'm never gonna be a stat nerd and try to make an analysis based on just data. Okay, I'm never gonna do that. So you gotta take the data and then mix it with the film and try to see, was it the concepts? Was the data off? Sometimes the data can be off, right? But I went and checked the film and it was true. He wasn't getting separation. It was a lot of tight coverage on him from what I saw. And I did that in front of y'all. I did it open. And I didn't like his speed coming out of his breaks. He wasn't coming out of his breaks clean and strong. So a lot of corners was able to close distance on him. I also showed by the film that if he cross your face, he like to use his hands. He doesn't use his feet. That also allows cornerbacks and people that's covering to be able to stay tight on him. And I showed y'all that a couple of times. And this boy say, LOL, everybody trash. Nah, you must be new, bro. I don't do that. You must be new, or you might be one of them fans that I was talking about, to where y'all want to be lied to. So when I start giving you true analysis based on film that I put out there openly, because y'all want to hear, we going to the Super Bowl and Blue is Tony Dorsett, then you start, being passive aggressive. Nah, I already said we got an A on the draft or a B, but I'm not gonna lie just because y'all want to be lied to and want to feel good. I ain't gonna do it, because to me that's the only way to get better is you got to be honest. You got to say, because then you start having pet cats, you start having favorites, or you start having favorite ideas. It's a whole lot of people don't want to listen at all to what I got to say about the trenches, because now they done locked in a team weapon so bad that they can't switch. It's become tribal. So, but some people go appreciate it, because if you learn to appreciate people that's being honest, then we can correct problems. So if I say, which I've been saying, actually, as after I thought about it, correcting the one tech position is even more important than wide receiver 2. Where it's a whole lot of people start pushing back at that. But did you give me a chance to make my case? Did you actually listen? Did you even think? Did you think about the games in which we lost and why we lost them? The big games? Was it really wide receiver 2? So let's get into this film. We go jump right into this. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. Hold on real quick. Let me set it up. I'm gonna look at two things. I'm gonna first look at with Mingo. I'm gonna look at the targets, because that's judging his route ability. Okay. And that's go also judge his ability to get open. So I'm gonna start with that. All right. And we go just get into it. And these are targets. And it's gonna likely go fast with him because he probably didn't get a lot of targets. So let's go. All right. But Henny, we can do this again, because it's another thing I want to look at Mingo too. That's why I want to actually do a more thorough with him. I'm gonna look at first. This is what I'm gonna do to be more thorough on this. The first thing we go look at is him being targeted, but I also want to see him versus the run, because I've been hearing about his ability to block. So when I turn on the film of us running the ball with Mingo on the field, that's gonna give us a clue of the other asset value that he might have. All right, so let's go. So we got Mingo at the top. These are raw film sessions, so these are not cut up. These not gonna be pretty. But this is a target, so now I'm gonna be able to judge his route. Let me look at him. This is week 18. Mingo up at the top. I felt like his stop was not elite. It was good. I've seen much better stops, being all the way honest with you. Hold on real quick. We got us a super chat from Miss Charles. Miss Charles, she say, boss, I was seeing much more. Get the likes up. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Miss Charles. Yeah, let's get them likes up, y'all. And then on top of that, remember, I ain't gonna get $1 on this unless y'all cash app your boy. So, but just looking at that route, you know, good ball by Trey Lance, good completion, strong ball. Another thing I don't like about that route, and I'm just being all the way honest. Remember, I've been telling y'all that you don't want receivers to telegraph. So one thing he does, if you look close, he rises up before he breaks down. So when I play corner, and if I was watching you and studying you, that would be, I would be able to get a bead on your route based on the tendencies you put on tape. So when people are running a stop route correctly, they show no indication that it's coming. They say I got to do Miles Sanders. I can do Miles Sanders. You know what? I'm going to do Miles Sanders, and I'm going to do what was the Browns running back that's trying to make a comeback right now? Me and Rome talked about it. What's his name? I can't remember his name. He been showing the pictures of him working out in the gym. I'm gonna probably do. Oh, I did do Miles Sanders. I already did Miles. It was all right. It was kind of. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It was kind of. So if you want to know about when I did the Miles Sanders, it was when I did the show and I was saying your older running backs might be better. All right, but let me go back to this film. Yeah, Chubb. So that's what I'm gonna do. I need to do a film session on Chubb. That's what we need to look at. I need to look at the last time Chubb played. Cause see, we might be just kind of name hype, you know. That's possible to where he might be not even close to what he used to be, but because it's Nick Chubb, we're excited, or we getting too excited over gym workouts. I need to look at the last time he played. Yeah, we gonna do one on Nick Chubb. That's gonna be a good one. And then Henny and I, we talked about it today. We gonna be doing a lot of work on these DTs coming up too. We gonna be doing these type of film sessions, and those are a lot better than receiver because you can just let that play. You can just let that play. It's gonna tell you everything. All right. So we got 144 people and 60 likes. Damn. Get the likes up, y'all. Tripping. So watch it. He gonna rise up. So you can see him rise up. So he giving away his stop route. So he made the completion, but on an elite corner, they go break on him. They go close that distance faster. He said, Chubby is all that. I watched him for 4 years. I also think he took too many steps on that. All right, so, you know, I give him a plus, but that wasn't elite at all or even close to elite. So we have, in my opinion, so we got now Mingo at the bottom. So Mingo at the bottom. Let me check him out. It better not be another stop route. Let me see. You see how he closed that distance on him? See, and you know why he closed that distance? Because he did the same thing on the other side. He rose up before he broke down. See, that's giving it away. That's giving it away. Watch him close. Good catch though. Good catch. What's up, man? Dallas Sports 1977. Let me look at it again. Hold on. Actually, he didn't rise up on that one. I slandered you on that one. That was actually very good. He didn't rise up. I thought he did. He didn't. Let me look at it. I'm looking at it closer. Hold on. Nah, that's good. Good job, Mingo. Real talk. I ain't bullshit. Almost lied on my man. No, he ran that route perfect. That's what you're supposed to do. I think he took a little bit too many steps on that, but he didn't give it away that time. He gave it away the first time. That also probably tell me he's coached well. So this time what I'm gonna do that I usually don't do, I'm gonna turn it off the targets and I'm gonna just look at when he's on the field. The reason why I want to do that because now I want to see him block. And it's a lot of plays. All right. Hold on real quick. I just want to see him block. I heard about his block and I want to see it. You know what I mean? So now I'm gonna be able to see it because I want to get a complete look at him. All right. Because usually I don't do this. Usually I'm judging your ability to get open because remember I define DAC friendly. DAC friendly basically is somebody who a receiver that gets separation with routes. So that's why I look at targets. But if I'm trying to get a complete look at you, I need to also look at you in the running game. And hey, this is raw, y'all. So if y'all don't want to see how to really do this, if you want to just see 7 clips and then you want me to just start telling you, nah, I ain't gonna do it that way. If I'm doing a real film session, all right, that's interesting because his first read was Mingo. So let me look at the release. Release was kind of average. Mingo kind of looked fast though. He looked like he got some, like a little speed to him. Hold on, I might need to put it on Russian, because these might be other receptions. So it's important to look at these type of plays too, because I looked at the targets at first, but sometimes it's good to look at him on just pure passing plays, because then you can judge, did he win the route? Whether the ball came at him or not, did he win? So let me look. He won. He won. It was slight separation, but he won that to me. When he made that in-breaking cut, a quarterback that could throw with anticipation could get that in there. Right there. Right there. That's a window. And see, that would, if I'm using my eyes, like, let's try to use our eyes so you can see the markers, right? So about 3 yards is 1, 2, 3, right? So now you got to try to do a radius with that, right? Try to do a radius circle. So that's 3 yards. That look like about 2 yards, or a little bit more than 2 yards. That's not bad. If I'm just looking and I'm judging, could Dak fit that ball in there? Absolutely. So even though the ball didn't come his way, I still have to judge, did he win that route? I would give him a plus on that. Let me go to the next one. All right, so we got Mingo at the bottom. Oh, man. Yeah, he got some separation on that too. He got separation on that. He did. Let me go back. And see, it looked like he also did the proper push off. When you see somebody push off, you never want to see a push off high. What he did that was smart is he pushed him like right at his hip. They ain't gonna never call that. And when you strong, it works every time. Michael Irvin was great at that. So, and I'm just looking at his ability to potentially win. Hold on real quick. I like this comment right here. He said, look like you said, boss, look like Mingo is coachable. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't say if he coachable unless I was out there with him, to be honest. I can't say that part. But I'm just judging what I'm seeing. So we got Mingo in the slot. And I'm going to be honest, so far, this ain't bad. I'm just being honest. This ain't bad. I'm seeing something. And listen, I would never tell y'all some shit to make you feel good. Trust me. Y'all should know that. I don't give a damn about that. So this is where I heard he was the man. I don't see it on this play. I heard he was the man. Boy, he'll really block you. I ain't see it this play. Not this one. I see him, I'm just being honest. On that one. You can be a lot meaner than that. It's kind of nice. Just being honest, bro. I would give him a minus on that. Man, get your hands on somebody, man. Hit somebody, bro. Oh, that's also Bobby Wagner. See, let me tell you something, bro. I'm going to tell y'all a story. Hold on real quick. Hold on, Edgy. I need your help. I really do. I'm dead ass on this. We need a hashtag for one tech. I can't think of nothing. We need a hashtag for Team DT. I don't know what to think. I can't think. See, Angie come up with these hashtags. I'm just drawing a blank because I'm Team Weapons, and I'm Team Trenches on trying to get us another one tech veteran. I don't know whether we need to call it. I don't know what to call it. You know what I'm saying? But I need y'all to brainstorm with me, and then I'm gonna also brainstorm with other people. But I'm just being honest. Let me tell a story though that's super important as we going through this film session. I want y'all to hear me out. So with Tyler Booker, yeah, no, this is real. No, this is real right here. Listen. So with Tyler Booker, I made a prediction. Oh, I like that Henny. Henny might have hit it. Oh, hit it, man. Y'all clap it up. Even my enemy came up with a dope one. Oh, I'm finna fight Henny. He's still, see, that's why Henny is a G. Cause even though we getting ready to fight in about 2 hours, he still go help the cause. Cause at the end of the day, Henny won't vote, but we go still fight. I know Henny won't vote. I like that. Respect one tech. Oh, then we got another. He say Team Big Dogs. I like respect one tech. We gonna have to put that to a vote. Y'all keep coming on with it though. I like these ideas. He said Cowboys run stuffer. I like that. Then somebody said 1DT. 1TDT. I like that one because that's easy to remember. I like that. That's easy to remember. But I sure like that respect one tech because that says it all. Like respect it. Y'all not respecting it. I like that. Ooh, that boy hit it. Then my boy Keystone say Team One Tech. Boy, y'all coming on with it. I'm gonna take all these ideas. I'm gonna put it in the group chat and we go finalize this. But this is some good stuff. I'm liking it. Ooh wee. But I sure can depend on y'all, boy. Y'all come through. But let me tell y'all this story before I get back to this film. Real talk. Hear me out. So I predicted this, and this is a real prediction, and this is based on experience. The reason why, because Scott said today, he asked a question. He said, "What do you think Tyler Booker impact will be?" And he gave a scale of 1 to 5. At first, I said 7. Right? I'm high on Booker, of course, right? But then I thought about it. I gave him a 20. Boss like, boy, you capping. I'm like, actually, I'm not. And the reason why I gave him a 20 on impact, because you got to multiply the impact and his play style. This is what I mean, and it's going back to Mingo. I was playing with a receiver named Jerry James when I was in college. And Jerry James was out of Galveston Ball. And he played receiver. So when he came to the University of Houston, he weighed 190 pounds and he was 6'1". At that time, I was about 180, 185. But Jerry and James at 190 and this was at practice, okay? So a crackback is when a receiver gotta block the linebacker. And what they do is, let's say if they running this way, if they making a run this way, right? Let's say if they toss the ball and they running this way, the receiver go come down and knock out the linebacker. But 99 times out of 100, every receiver would dodge the linebacker because it was a big size difference, right? So you got these little receivers usually being asked to block a 220, 230, sometimes 240 pound linebacker, right? So, and nobody cared because it was like, we understand y'all dodging that. That dude would run through you. Jerry and James at 190 used to lay linebackers out every practice on crackbacks. And he used to do it like he was playing defense. He would just run up there and bah! bow, lay hits on them dudes. So we watching the film as defensive players, and we sitting here looking at the film, watching the receiver go full speed into men that's weighing 230 or 240 that had him by 40 pounds. What did that make us do? What did that do to our mentality? Just guess. What you think that made us do on defense? I was like, bro, ain't no way no receiver go hit balls harder than us. And we used to talk about it. We used to be like, ain't no damn way, bro. Ain't no way no receiver gonna have more courage than me. So if a running back was coming around that corner at me and he weighed 230 and I was 180, I was like, well, here we go. Shit, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And I got dudes that would say that. I got partners, like one of the biggest compliments came from one of my partners in high school. He was a freak athlete, a freak. My boy named Dante Porter. He was 240 and ran a 4.4. He was a freak. He was 240 and ran a 4.4. And Dante told me, he said, boss, we were just sitting at the crib one day about 5 years ago. We were just sitting in my crib. And he said, boss, now they call me Slide. He said, Slide, let me tell you one thing I respected about you. You weren't scared. He said, everybody used to avoid me when I used to come around that corner. He said, you used to be the only dude that would try to lay me out. He said, I respected that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when you see dudes around you that's laying it out, that's just physical, I'm telling you, that spreads. I'm telling you. It also spreads to the defense. So when he asked about impact, I was like, I thought about it. I said 7. Then I said, nah, his impact gonna be a 20. Just mark my words on that. You go see the offense doing some stuff that we ain't never seen because of Tyler Booker. Get ready for that. Now, that brings me back to this Mingo stuff. So that was him basically dodging Bobby Wagner. Jerry and James would not have. He would have laid him out. All right, so let's keep going. Looking at the next play. I had to tell that story, though. That's an important story. All right, let me get my head out the way. So we got Mingo in the slot. He's sitting under the hole. Not bad. Because he was where he's supposed to be. He was where he's supposed to. Yeah, wee woo is true. It's true. It becomes contagious. Just like interceptions. Interceptions are contagious on a team, and physical players. Both of those are contagious. When you see physical, it rubs off. So what you want to see right here, when you see that linebacker sinking into that flat like that, a smart receiver is going to go right around him and sit in that hole. That's what he did. Watch. Boop. He's where he's supposed to be. So basically, we judging, even though the ball not coming to him, we judging, is he where he's supposed to be? Yes. He read the defense properly. He read the linebacker properly, and he did what he's supposed to do. Let me look at Trey. I'm going to look at that throw. Because Trey, y'all had Trey messed up. Trey was throwing the shit out that ball. Yo, we want Cooper Rush. But if y'all go see, boy, you crazy. Let me see this throw by Trey. God damn. Boy, y'all out y'all damn mind. Go look at this throw, bro. I told y'all, Trey used to throw some of the best outbreaking routes, period. Look at this throw. And I was showing him do this in preseason. He's on the left hash, and he throws to his right on the money, on a sideline throw. Y'all got, but it was, man, Trey was growing right before our eyes, and we didn't even recognize it. I'm being all the way honest. Trey was growing, and we wanted Cooper Rush. Look at this throw. He's on the left hash, and he go throw this. Look, and he throwing it before he out his break. Look. And look. Perfect. Look at that. From the left hash, a dime. Man. Ooh. Man, I wanted Cooper Rush. He win games. I swear to God. I be like, man, I swear people don't watch film. Shit be pissing me off. Stat nerds is really ruining the game. That's all they do is look at a stat sheet. I hate that. People never look at film no more. All right, Mingo at the bottom. He look open to me. Trey could have took that if he wanted that. Now, this is the deal. This is cover 2. So, and remember I told you could always tell when it's cover 2 because that corner is sitting, right? You see him sitting? And see, they was playing cover 2 to this side. It don't look like they was playing cover 2 to the other side. So they some kind of way had a mix of coverages. But this is clearly cover 2 on this side. And Dan Quinn was trying to disguise it. Because watch what's going to happen. You're going to see that safety retreat to the deep half. That's how you know. So he retreating to the deep half. This corner is sitting. So you really can't judge this route, to be honest, because the corner was sitting on it. You really want to judge a route like that if it's man coverage. And that's not man coverage. That's zone. That's cover 2. All right. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Mingo not looking bad though, y'all. I mean, I just turned it on and I'm just looking at it. He's not looking bad, man. Let me see. I judge hard. I'm a hard judge. But if it's a running play, I like my receivers. That's because I played with Jerry and James. I like my receivers to just go hit somebody anyway. Oh, so it's a screenplay? I don't like you loafing right there. I want you to go hit somebody, bro. Set the tone. That's me, though. I don't like you just kind of loafing because the ball not coming your way. I ain't playing. I'm dead serious, bro. Yeah, that ball was not coming your way, but go. It's football. You out there to intimidate people. You out there to smash people and hit them in their face anyway. Ain't no friends out there. You want to set the tone? I don't like nobody out here. I swear to God. You want to set the tone? I don't like none of y'all motherfuckers. I'm looking to hit anybody. Mingo up at the top. I would have gave him a minus on that. So I think we already saw that play. So that's the play we saw. We already saw this play. This the play I said he rose up on. He still made the play though. And it's unfortunate because think about it. His 2 targets was what? Stop routes. And this is where people would say Mike McCarthy failed them. Because how do you judge? Like, just hear me out. Hear me out. How do you judge somebody when they only being asked to run a stop route when your number is called? How do you say what Mingo is when your 2 targets was both stop routes? You didn't ask him to do anything that would showcase his route ability when you asking him run 10 yards and creatively stop. Now, I do still want to see a mix-up. See, because if I show you Davante Adams, the way he run his stops is totally different than Mingo. See, when you watching Davante Adams, what you'll see him do that Mingo not doing, the nuance of route running, is he'll change speeds. So he'll come off the ball hard, slow down, speed up again, then stop. So those are the different nuances of, and what you're trying to do is you changing that speed because you're also trying to get that DB to change up his back pedal and the pace of his back pedal. And you throwing them off because you come off the ball hard, you slow down, go again, then you stop. It's like shit. But that's a nuanced route runner compared to Mingo. He just, taking off and stopping. That also could be because sometimes the system is based on the quarterback feet. So some offenses allow receivers to be more creative, right? But in the West Coast, it's super timing. It's super, like the feet work is tied to the route. So sometimes your weapons can't be creative. They just gotta, run that stop route and with no creativity. Let me keep looking at them though. This is interesting. Y'all tell me what y'all think so far of Mingo. What y'all think so far of Mingo? I want to hear it. Y'all, is he trash? Do he look decent? Am I being fair to him? I want to hear what y'all think based on what y'all seeing so far. So he was covered up on that. He was covered. Let me see where the ball went. So Trey didn't even look his way. Bad ball, Trey. So when I'm looking at this, he just got covered up. He lost that. He got covered up. But sometimes the cornerbacks go win. That's just what it is. They get paid too. All right, so we got him at the top. Mingo kind of looked quick. He got covered up again. So some of this is probably and more than likely where his number's not called, but he's still giving them a route anyway. But they definitely not buying his route. They stuck to him. But the ball wasn't coming his way either. So let me see. But those two plays, I would say he got covered up. Pretty easy too. We got him at the bottom. Mingo at the bottom. Yeah. That was that stop route. We already looked at that. So I heard he was, super good at blocking. I don't see it yet. I ain't seen nothing that say that. He was loafing on that play. He loafing. So the ball wasn't coming your way and you took a play off. I would give him a minus on that. He chilling. And you didn't hit nobody. Like, you didn't block nobody. You didn't hit nobody. So we understand the ball ain't coming your way. But what are you doing to set the tone? What are you doing? Oh, nah, I ain't cool with that. But that's how I would coach. I wouldn't want none of my receivers to be no friendly ass, cool with the cornerback ass shit. I would be more so like every play, let them know you here to fight. Let them like F them. Like real talk. Like put on film that we finna be physical with y'all. We don't like y'all. We don't like your mama. We don't like nothing about you. Another one of those stop routes. He tried to get some action after the play. But you can't, like, how can you judge Mingo when all you asking him to do is this? How can you, like, for real? I'm being fair, y'all. How can we, listen, y'all, I'm not playing with this shit. Like, how do you judge Mingo when that's all he been asked to do is this? How can we be so certain that he's not a number two when this is the concepts that he's been asked to do? Right. Yeah. He say be like Debo and IU. See, Debo and IU, they looking for confrontation. He said, I don't see enough physicality. Yeah, I don't either, bro. I'm just keeping it real, bro. I'm gonna call it like I see it. Either y'all coached up like this or y'all just typical nice ass receivers. I want my receivers mean. I want them like, man, This is the last play from Washington. Then I'm gonna go to the Washington. I want to see the. Oh yeah. So you off coverage. So we got Mingo off. So if you're a route runner, you should be able to really kill space. Let me see some. This is singled up too. This is oh. Well. So for the most part, to be honest, it looked like Trey Lance wasn't even looking at him. Okay, let's be honest on what we saw. Did y'all see any concepts that would feature him? Let's be honest. What did you see? Right. Yeah. And let me do this. You said you didn't see him on any running plays. Hold on real quick. Let me try to find him on some rushing plays. All right, here's a rushing play. Hold on. Pretty good. Not mean, but he made the block. Yeah. He turned his man. So this gonna be another angle of it. We got Mingo right here. But I want you meaning in this, man. I want you really being physical with these dudes. You got the block, but you're not mean. I'm just being honest, bro. I want you taking a corner. Especially around a pile. If I'm around a pile, it's like, man, slam that dude, bruh. I also remember I played defense. That's how I think. But I also like my receivers to almost play like they on D, bro. I'm just keeping it real, bro. That's how I would coach them dudes. I'd be like, bro, you got your hands on this dude and he's smaller than you. Let them know. Let them know what type of day this finna be. This is finna be a day of, damn, that dude getting on my nerves, man. That dude always shoving and pushing on me, dog. Let me try to find some more running plays. Like I said, I wanted to be more complete on him anyway. I did. I don't want to just look at his routes. I want to look at everything. So we got Mingo at the top. Like I said, this is a real film session, bro. Like, I'm not just looking at the targets like I usually look at. I'm looking at everything because he our guy. He's supposed to be our number 2. So I want to see everything about you. So y'all tell me what y'all see right here. What do y'all see? I want y'all to put in the chat what you see on this running play. Did he take that play off? Did he hit anybody in the mouth? See, let me tell you, Pickens. Let me tell you something. Pickens, he coming off that ball, he hitting you in your mouth. That's one thing about Pickens that he go do. For nothing, for absolutely nothing. He go just, it's a running play. This is where I get to be a bully. DK Metcalf, he just coming off the ball, he just hitting you in your mouth for nothing. Bow. I'm 210, you 190. You go feel this all day. And I'm gonna be honest, most receivers do this. But if you trying to stand out, put some mean stuff on tape. Shit, that's what I would tell him. Put some mean stuff on tape. Put some stuff on there that make them say, man, let's throw him the ball. throw him the ball because he blocking his ass off. We need to reward him. Me got her going. That ain't going hard, bro. Let me find some more rushing plays. All right, here go another one. So we got him in the slot. Yeah, he a nice guy. He a nice guy. It's okay. It's okay. He's a nice guy. He not like my boy Jerry James. Just being real. He's not. My boy Jerry. Put it like this. Me and Jerry James was real life homies off the field. Real life homeboy. I still talk to him to this day. But we had about 10 fights. 10 real fights on the field. You know why? Jerry was always doing some extra shit when he was blocking. And he used to piss me off. So he would do something physical. And then, and we would box on the field at practice. I'm talking about hitting each other in the face. Bow, 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 bow. And then after practice, we would go kick it. I swear to God. And it was never personal. It was just, this is how I practice. Jerry didn't take plays off, even at practice. He was physical at practice. He's a nice guy. He ain't most receivers like this though. Everybody is not Ayuk and Debo. I'm just being real, bro. Now let me look at this play. Yeah, it wasn't that much action in that. You can't judge that. Now, helmet on. We ain't never do that. We ain't never do that helmets off. Never. But we would be punching each other with helmets on. I don't know why we did it, but we did that. We would just be in the heat. It would be the heat of practice. And he was passionate. My boy Jerry was real. He would do stuff like, he'll be mad. Like if you made a play on him, he would elbow you. Boom. And so if you elbow me, just because I made a play, we finna fight, period. You know what I'm saying? And he would do that. And he would do it every time. If you made a play on him, he, bow. You know what I'm saying? You like, nah, bro, we got a box for that. And it was every time. Boy, you said it right. This is the ultimate receiver. That's how my boy Jerry James was. He was Hines Ward. Yep. Hines Ward was physical. Me and my boy Jerry never touched each other with helmets off. It never got to that. Never. But with them helmets on, we bow, bow, bow. I don't know why we would just slapping each other. It was crazy. And nobody ever got like, it was just practice, bro. It wasn't even personal. That's why I ain't never get into that. It's the locker room. That podcast affecting the locker room. I said, bruh, do y'all know how many times bars box out there, bruh? Do y'all remember? Do y'all remember what Michael Parsons was doing to Tyler Biadasz? And I guarantee after practice they laughed about it. I guarantee it. But Tyler Biadasz is one of them dudes. If you mess with any one of my offensive linemen, I'm coming. That's how Tyler Biadasz was. Do anybody remember that? At the training camps? If anybody got into it with any one of them offensive linemen, Tyler Biadasz was coming. And Mike and them start getting mad at that. They was like, bro, the next time he do anything, yeah. Him and Sam Williams, y'all remember that? I remember that. And I guarantee it looked like they planned it. For real. Cause see, that was around the time we wasn't practices against other people. And that's another reason why it's good to have joint practices, because them practices get so physical, you need somebody else to hate. So you need a joint practice so you can stop hating each other and you start hating the other team. And then it'll bring everybody together. So Tyler Biotis be fighting Sam Williams and Michael Parsons, but when the Rams come in, I guarantee they dap each other up like, say, bro, let's get them boys that business today. They in our crib. They in our house. And the coaches got to say, listen, y'all keep it clean today. No fights. All right, so that's Washington. Let me find, I want to look at Philly. How much time we got? Oh, we got plenty of time before Boss land. All right, y'all give me a second, man. I got to find that Philly game. I want to see that Philly game. What week did we play Philly, y'all? Can y'all help me with that? Was that week 16? Can y'all help me out so I can pull it up? What week was that? Found it. All right, so I'm going to do this like when I did the last one. I'm going to first start off with his targets. All right, so we go look at all his targets. All right, before we get into this, I do want to remind y'all, just keeping it real, especially this game, likely I ain't getting paid on this one, because when you show Philly, I almost guarantee you one of these was clipped out on the All 22 on the NFL Network. And if any one of these clips is on the NFL Network, I ain't getting paid on it. So if y'all really enjoying this film session, and I honestly feel like I'm being very thorough, way more thorough on Mingo than I am with the other receivers. With the other receivers, I was more so looking at one thing. The main thing I was looking at with the receivers is I was looking for them to be Dak friendly, meaning getting open with separation. So the only thing I needed to look at was them and their targets. But when I'm looking at Mingo, I'm trying to get a complete picture of him, because Jerry and Steve and them telling us that they feel like he can be a number 2. And I've been hearing he blocks well. He's a good blocker though, boss. He's a good blocker. I ain't see that week 18. I'm just being honest. Maybe I see it week 17. Maybe I see it this Philly week. I did not. Did y'all see it? Did y'all see it week 18? I did not. I didn't see no physicalness week 18. Maybe we see it week 17. But I'm being thorough on Mingo. So I'm looking at all the things I would look at. And these are the things I look at when I look at college players too. I don't just look at your ability to win on routes. I also look at you on running plays. And it tells me everything about you. See, that's one thing a lot of people didn't peep on Tank Dell. Tank Dell was also a mean player at the University of Houston. If you watch Tank Dell, as little as he was very willing to take on blocks and be physical. Little as Tank Dell. So Tank Dell would be the type of dude that would leave all the receivers no excuses. If you see a guy that little going at the corners, taking on crackbacks, you know what I'm saying? Being tough out there, it's gonna spread. It's gonna be like, nah, bro, I can't let Tank be out there like that. And matter of fact, this is true. My boy Jerry and James, this is a true story. This is a true story. Because my boy Jerry and James, let me tell you how much of a dog he was. When we played the national champions, we played Tennessee. My boy Jerry and James put on the national champions. He went for 10 catches, 140 yards on the national champions. In Tennessee. In front of 100 something thousand. My boy Jaron James, straight out of Galveston, was not tripping. He was like, shit. He was a gangster. So I called Jaron when I was looking at Tank, right? Tank Dale. I said, bro, you looked at, we just talking about, I called him. I said, you looked at Tank Dale out of Houston? This is what my boy Jaron said. He said, what's his name? I said, his name Tank, just like yours. He said, if his name Tank, he real, boss. No, he said Sly. If his name Tank, get him. Man, let me try to call him now, bro. I want to show respect. Let me tell you something. This was man. I ain't never, listen, y'all, I hated receivers. I'm talking about, like, I hated receivers. Even my own teammates, I hated them. When we was on the field, I couldn't stand them. But Tank was he literally was the only receiver I ever respected in my life. Hold on real quick. I'm trying to see if I can get him on. Cause this boy was a killer. He a ref now. Damn. His phone. He must got a new number. Damn, Tank. All right, anyway, let's get back to the film. All right, here we go. So we looking at his targets. We got Mingo. I think that's him up top. Get that boy. Get that first rounder, Mingo. Get that first rounder. Show Dallas Cowboys you a number 2. Get off me. And see, that's a push. See, that's a push off, but they not gonna call it. You know why they not gonna call it? Because he did it right. You see that push off right there? See his hands? His hands are low. If you push them high, they go call it. But he pushed them low. See, that's how. See, you can get separation with your feet. Sometimes you can get separation with your strength. He used his hands right there. No call. First down. Let's go, Mingo. Let me see the next play. He only had 3 targets this game. I'm finna be honest with y'all. Y'all ain't gonna even want to hear what I gotta say. Good route. See, that's how to use your body language. This the one that everybody talk about. We all saw this. We saw this live. Yeah, he got you. He got you. He got you. So what I like about this, what you go see him do if you watch it close, you go see him change speed. He put about 2 deceptions into this. So you go see him slow down right there, stop it, and then take off. See, most people, when they run in the stop and go, this is obviously a stop and go, right? So, but he added a little bit of nuance in it. So what he did that was different is he changed his speed right there, stopped, and then took off. Now, if I wanted to judge him a little bit harder, I would want to see a better head fake. See, that's something Keenan Allen would do. See, Keenan Allen would add one more body language detail. So like when you stop, fake them inside. You got to even fake them with your head. You know what I'm saying? Don't just fake them with your feet. You got to sell it. Even turn your shoulders. You got to turn. If you turn, that body language is going to look like you're getting ready to stop. And then he go bite on it harder. And then you take off. So that's why when you watching Keenan Allen run routes, that's why you see so many corners biting on his deception, because he sells it. He sells it. Everything in his body language says, I'm getting ready to run out. Or everything in his body language says, I'm getting ready to stop. But he really not. So it's the details. And that's the only thing I would say is you got to add a little bit more body language in this stop, and it'll make you come open even better. But that's just a bad ball by Cooper Rush. All right, so he got one more target. This is when you want to slap quarterbacks. See, this is when you go slap. This is when you go slap the quarterback. It's like, damn, bro, can you give me a chance to make a play, bro? Can you throw a ball without it skipping on the ground? And then people will tell you with a straight face, man, Cooper Rush a winner. Dak better watch out. Cooper Rush. This ball skipped on the ground. Hold on, let me look at this. Bro, come on, bro. I would have threw that ball too, Mingo. I would have threw the ball too, bro. See, I'm telling you, bro. Can you give me a chance to make a play, please? He say, wide receiver room has potential. DT needs a surefire run stopper. Appreciate the content, bro. I swear. Let me see this. I want to see it from this angle. I want to see what happened to that ball. Hold on. Boy, Cooper Rush, that ball better not have skipped. I swear. That ball better not have skipped. I'm going to be like, bro, y'all better go hug Mingo. Y'all better go hug Mingo. Go give him a hug and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for judging you with this trash. And I'm going to call him trash because he played for the Ravens now. If he would have been with us, I would have been like, bad throw. But he played for the enemy now. This trash ass throw. Let me see where that ball landed. See, I would have threw it too. He like, damn, bro. Watch Mingo throw the ball. Motherfucker. Can you give me a chance to make a play? You said it had to be tipped. Let me look at it again. I almost swear it wasn't tipped, bro. Cause he had a clean lane. He had a clean passing lane, bro. That ball wasn't tipped. Hold on real quick. Let me look at it again. Let me see. He gonna have a clean throwing lane, bro. I don't think nobody tipped that ball. It could have been tipped. It could have been tipped. You right. Good eyes on that. That's a possibility because it is somebody in this throwing lane. That's being fair. I appreciate y'all. I don't think it was, but it's hard. I'm gonna look at it from that other angle again. I don't think it was tipped, but it could have been. Let me look at it from the other angle. This go really show if it was tipped. And then I apologize to Cooper Rush if it was. This go show. This the angle that's gonna show it. Nah. Nah. He didn't even get his hand up, bro. No, that ball was not tipped. That was just Cooper Rush on some. Yes, and he had a full right to throw the ball. All right, so here we go. Now, just like we did the last time, now I'm going to look at him not when he targeted. Now I'm going to look at him when he's on the field. And what this go tell us is, did you win the route? Okay. All right, so here we go. So we got Mingo at the bottom. So this is a play that's obviously not designed to go to him. This is also one of those plays to where I want you making your presence known, even if the ball not coming your way. Like, this is where you just hit the corner. Just hit him, bro. T.O. would have did that right there. T.O. would have turned around right there and hit that corner right in his mouth. T.O. was like that. T.O. wanted them boys to feel him. Can we get a Ron Flournoy tape too? Y'all want Flournoy? I can look at Flournoy. We can look at Flournoy. We can look at Flournoy. Because Flournoy, he's right now working out with my boy Real Truth. So he might come back a whole lot better. He likely will. Because Real Truth go have that boy ready. So we got Mingo at the top. We got Mingo at the top. And y'all remember, man, if y'all appreciate these film sessions, man, drop some in your boy CashApp. Here we go. Mingo at the top. Oh. Let me look at that again. Regardless of the interception, I want to see the route. I want to see the route. And see, that's hard to win on a stop route. It's hard to win on a stop route when the corner is trailing you. So the corner is playing what's called a trail technique. A lot of corners sometimes will do this, and sometimes they'll do this when they playing what's called two-man coverage, even though this don't look like two-man, because if it's two-man coverage, you will usually see two safeties. It's only one safety, so it look like it's zero coverage press. So when you see zero coverage, everybody gonna be pressed up, and it's basically man on man. So the one thing you want to see right here that's good is you see him get a step on the corner. But then conceptually, here we go again, where Mike McCarthy Concepts is saying run a stop route. How creative can you be running the same route? So let me tell y'all so far what I'm seeing. I'm gonna just be honest on what I'm saying. Y'all ain't gonna be ready for this, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Some of y'all gonna get mad as hell when I say this. And I'm only 2 games in, but I'm gonna tell you this. Based on what I'm seeing so far, we in a panic. Cowboy Nation is panicking their ass off. This is what I'm seeing from the film. We in a full-fledged panic. This is what I mean by that. You don't know what Mingo is. Let's be honest. It is nothing conceptually where you can say, oh, I know that he is or is not a baller. With these concepts, I'm going to be honest, you can't even judge him, bro. Impossible. So that's telling me we panicking. So all this, he trash, he ain't, we don't know. That's what I'm seeing. That's exactly what I'm seeing. A lot of people ain't gonna want to hear that. They gonna think I'm defending Mingo. I'm not. How the hell can you watch this and then judge route ability when you being asked to do one thing? Now, if you want to say he needs to be more physical, I would agree with you. If you would say I would want, yeah. It's like, how can you judge his ability off this? How? Have you seen him run anything? A dig route, an out route, a post route, a 7 route? Have you seen a sluggo? Have you seen anything like that? So we don't know what Mingo is. Not from Dallas tape. Let's keep going. I'm gonna have to go. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go look at 2023, because that's the best chance we gonna have at trying to get a feel of Mingo. Because 2024 ain't telling me nothing. Mingo in the slot. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. I'm just being honest. He's a nice guy. See right here, I want you to bully that corner, man. He's a nice guy. He's nice. That's one of them. Hey, man, let's not go too hard. It's a running play. Let's chill. Mingo off. Man, whoever said that he's a nice blocker in physical, you lied. You a damn lie. You a liar. You ain't seen nothing mean yet. Ain't nothing mean about this blocking. Because I've been hearing that. He can block, though. Ooh, he can block. Man, I ain't seen nothing physical yet. I ain't seen nothing mean yet. This is pity pat. This is friendly. But keep in mind, bro. Keep in mind, I also play defense. So the standard of how I judge is based on physicality. But I've also played with receivers and watched receivers that's nasty. And to be honest, if you trying to get the ball, put some on film that make them want to reward you. So on this play, he looked like he was a clear out. He looked like he was just clearing it out. Yeah, that looked like a clear it out. He was clearing it out for them to try to run. It looked like they tried to run a delay release of the tight end. I like them type of deceptive plays like that, where he go block down and release late, try to get him to come open. So what they were trying to do, they go release him late, you see? So he was clearing it out for him. That was actually very stupid by Cooper Rush. The design was for the tight end. It was designed for the tight end. That's why he cleared it out. So you go see him clear it out. You should have took the tight end right there, man. The tight end would have been still running. That would have moved it. See, this is where quarterbacks get greedy, bro. Yeah. They cleared it out for the tight end. See, this is one of those deceptive plays to where he's go block down and release. Block, release. He should have dumped it right there. And he would have easily got about 6 or 7 more yards, or likely he would have got the first down. Why? That corner can't even see him. He running with Mingo. Mingo clearing them out. You see him clearing them out? but you throw it in a double coverage. And then you get people to say, he better than Dak. He made good decisions with the football. How's that good decisions to throw it into double coverage when the design of the offense was to go at the deception? That's called being greedy. You take what the play was designed for. You throwing it in a double coverage? Dak can't read a defense. Yeah. All right, Mingo in the slot. Man, I'm finna go to I'm getting sick of Dallas concepts. They actually pissing me off. I'm getting sick of Dallas concepts. Another stop route. I'm just getting sick of this shit. I'm not gonna watch no more Dallas concepts. You can't judge Mingo off this. Let me go down. I'm gonna go to 2023. Matter of fact, let me go to 2024. No, I'm gonna go to 2023. Because I'm just being honest. I can't judge Mingo based off this. I can't, bro. I'm just being honest with y'all. And if you say you can, you're a liar. You can't. And I'm seeing from the film, this is one thing I'm seeing from the film, bro, just keeping it real. So far, and I only looked at 2 games. I still need to look at some more. Hold on real quick. So I'm gonna look at his targets. I'm starting at week 1. See, now we seeing a concept. Now we go see an out route. About damn time we go finally see an out route. The hell? So we got Mingo in the slot. Let me see. Good out route. Let me say this real quick. Do you know how messed up that is that I had to get off of Dallas to see a route? Can y'all think about that? I had to get off of Dallas tape to see a route. The first target, I finally see an out route. And it's a good out route. It's good. It's decent. Let me look at Mingo. Pretty good release. Yeah. Shit. Let's go, Mingo. Let me look at the other target. I think that's Mingo up top. It's hard to know his body. Quarterback and Mingo not on the same page. And I want to see you get more physical on him, Mingo. But it's hard to run a stop route when the cornerback is trailing you. See, the cornerback is go trail him. Watch. He go play a trail technique. Watch. You see him? He trailing him. And see, if it's designed for you to stop, even if you're trying to throw a back shoulder, the cornerback is already right there. So you can't even blame Mingo for that route because the corner was sitting in a trail position. You can't give Mingo a negative on this just because of the way that the corner played him. So this is also, do y'all remember when Amari was talking to Dak and he said, man, they sitting on our routes? Remember the Philly game? When he said, man, they sit on our routes. And Dak was like, just do what the corner say. I mean, what the coach say. And Amari got out the huddle, he was mad. And then Dak, he looked at him at the last minute and he checked to a fade. He gave him a fade check. Run a fade on that boy. Hit him for a 50-yard touchdown. See, that's what you're supposed to do if corners are playing you like this. If corners is sitting on everything and they trailing you, this is where an offensive coordinator is supposed to see, especially if you're watching it from the press box. You're supposed to be able to see they running a lot of trail on us. Let's keep them honest. Hit them with a deep route. That's gonna stop that. See, that's where your offensive coordinators and the people in the press box got to see the coverage. They got to see how they plan them. And they got to be like, oh, they sitting on everything? Bomb them. Bomb them. And see, that's what I never liked about Mike McCarthy. If you running so many stop routes, why you not running more stop and goes? So when you see a corner trailing like this and you trying to get him to run a stop route, you gotta run an offense that's gonna keep him honest. I'm just kind of explaining how we can't blame Mingo on that. I'm just being honest. I'm not kissing Mingo ass. I'm just being honest on what I'm saying. All right, so we got Mingo at the top again. And he going against a real good corner here. So this should be telling, and it's a divisional game. Boy, shit. He got locked down right there. Ooh, that ball was in his hip. Not a bad route, but great coverage. Ooh, that's great coverage. AJ played that. See, this is why you want to see corners that have what's called body control. See, when you got body control, you stop and you run the route just like the receiver. Ooh, ooh, he tight. That's absolutely no separation. The question is, was it the route or was it the coverage? I'm going to say it's the coverage. Whoo, boo. He ran that route with that boy. Whoo. That's some great ass coverage, bro. That's why them boys get paid. When you get the right ones, shit. That's some great coverage on that. I love good corners, bro. I love when I see them boys who know how to play with that body control, where they don't panic. They just be smooth, man. Play that corner, boy. Team corners. Not bad. Not bad. He also still going against, who is he going against? So he going against a nickelback. Not too bad of a route. The only thing I don't like about Mingo is I want you to attack the football better. I want you to come back to the football better, because if you don't, which he doesn't, look, he stops and waits on the ball. When you wait on the ball like that, you allow the corners to sometimes to close that distance. He makes the play, but fundamentally, you want to see him attack that football better. He makes the play though. But if I'm coaching, I'm going to be like, come back to the football better. All right, let me find Mingo. I don't know which one of these dudes Mingo. Them old ugly ass uniforms. Oh. Mingo look like he winning. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait. Because now we seeing some real concepts now. Now we finna see him on press coverage on a post route. Let me see this. Let me see something. Let me see your release. Okay. He stacked him. He got 2 steps on him. See, this is when you go slap the quarterback. Can we blame Mingo for that? Did Mingo win that or not? Tell me. I'm asking the question. Did Mingo win that or not? If this is Dak Prescott, what happens right here? What happens? Perfect. He stacked them perfect. That's a perfect stack. And look, hold on, let me show y'all the quarterback. Let me show you why this is some bullshit on the quarterback. It's no pressure. It's no pressure on him at all. He has a clear line of sight. Clear. All you got to do is deliver the football. His feet is steady. Everything says you're supposed to hit that throw. Everything says you're supposed to hit that throw. Mingo had 2 steps on this boy. Not just 1, 2. Now, this is also something else I want to look at. What is his body language after the quarterback misses the throw? Does he show frustration or is he professional? Look. He chills. No bad body language, no crying, no tripping. Chilling. No throwing under the bus. Chilling. I'm gonna go to game. That's game 1. Now Mingo got me curious. Now, and let me say this, y'all. Remember, I told y'all, if you look at next gen stats, and if you put in Mingo for 2024, he doesn't come up because he didn't have enough snaps to be measured. So if you're trying to measure him, you got to go to 2023. If you try to look up Mingo in 2024, his average separation is not going to show up. But in 2023, he showed right up. And Mingo averaged 2.8 yards of separation. Because I'm curious, let me look up Amari Cooper. Oh, I didn't know this. Look at this. Something got to be wrong. Because that year, Amari, I got to go look at that on film. They saying Amari averaged 2.2 yards of separation. But he was very productive. He had 1,250 yards. Oh, shit. Look who right under Amari Cooper. Y'all ain't gonna want to hear this. Somebody go say, he washed. Keenan Allen was 3.1. Jamar Chase was 3.2. Ayuk was 2.9. DJ Moore was 2.7. Keenan Allen was 3.1. Okay. Man, I'm giving y'all a thorough film session, bro. They go still lie on me though. Somebody go still say that I be looking at highlights. They go lie on me anyway, dog. That's the sad part. They go lie on me even though I'm doing the most thorough film session. I ain't clipped out nothing. This is raw, real, uncut, and live. And they go still lie on my good name. I'm serious. They go look at my work and say, he just showing highlights. I swear, you be like, How can you be on the How can you be for the Cowboys and lie on somebody that's actually doing good work for the team? It's a cold world out here, bro. Nasty. But see, he got me curious. Let me go to week 2. Because y'all ain't gonna want to hear this. Because I said I'm gonna let the film speak. I told y'all I'm gonna let the film speak. If I stop that game 1, Mingo got something. Let me look at game 2. I'm gonna look at game 3, and we go look at game 4. We go look at least 4 games of targets. Cause now he got me curious. Cause I see Mingo was winning against good corners. Atlanta, remember, they had good corners. Yeah. Devontae Adams was 2.6. And I'm going to tell y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, stat nerds, they messing up the game, bro. Stat nerds. It's people that literally did this. I promise you. And they did content like this. They literally went out there with a straight face and said this. That Tolbert ain't no different than Keenan Allen. You know why they said that? They looked at stats. They didn't look at the average separation. They sure didn't look at the film. He said, when we doing these yards of separation, also take into account the level of cornerbacks they going against. Allen had stacked wide receiver core. Bro, no. When they look at average separation, they averaging it all out. So this is what they did for the year, bro. This ain't by game. This is what they average for the year. So pretty much every year, Keenan Allen was gonna get you 3 yards of separation, bro. Whether it was good corners, bad corners, average corners, you add it all up. And then to your point, even if you saying that Keenan Allen was on a stacked receiver team, he still was winning, period. So whether it was the Chargers, whether it was Chicago, you take that same player and you put him in any position. Then I heard people lying on Keenan talking about he only played an X or he only played a slot. Now Keenan played both. I think he was in the slot 43% of the time. So that means the other 56% of the time he was on the X. Then you say also times they was open and penalized plays that took yards away. They average you, bro. They average you. So yeah. So let's go back to this film because now I'm so curious. I'm gonna have to speed it up because I got another show coming up. If y'all appreciate this, man, getting this thorough film session, because I didn't know what to expect when I'm looking at Mingo. I really didn't. Y'all make sure y'all really support, because I don't get paid on these, bro. I'm not gonna get no ad revenues from this. This is just educational purposes for y'all. This is for y'all. This is for me. This is also when I speak about Mingo, now I'm gonna be able to speak with pure knowledge. I'm gonna be able to tell people without guessing what I'm really seeing in Mingo. So let's go. What the? Bro, I'm not gonna even judge this, bro. Because this was some old goofy stuff they was doing. What was this? Hold on, let me look. Nah, I am gonna judge this. I'm gonna judge this. So Mingo in the slot. Okay. It looked like the defense just won. That's all that was. Defense just won that. The defense win on play sometime, y'all. It's just what it is. And that was a zone, so that wasn't even no man coverage. it's hard to tell Mingo body language. Okay, he number 15. Bad concept. Nothing special about that. Then we got us another super chat. Hold on real quick. He say, wide receiver core for Chargers was good. They still had Williams. Williams wasn't good. All right, let me look. Okay. So he in the slot. But when I'm looking at separation and when they counting separation, they just looking at did you win or not, and when you won, what was the separation? Okay. They tried to run a pick play. That's what they tried to do. And see, remember I used to say this about Dallas. I used to say Dallas used to mess up a lot. You remember Dallas used to get picked, and I used to say that it's an easy fix. You just got to have the corners on different levels. And I swear we would never have our corners on different levels. See, the Saints knew that. So you notice what they doing is the guy in the slot, he playing press, and the guy that's off, he playing them off. They on two different levels, so they can't get picked. That's why they was able to defend this. It's still hard to judge Mingo. So far, it's hard to judge me. So far off of these concepts, it's hard. I can't really see nothing to judge him. But okay, now I should be able to judge this. So we got Mingo at the top. This is a skinny post. Look like decent, just good coverage. Just good coverage. Decent route. Let me look at it again. Good release. The only thing I would say, maybe I want to see a little bit more explosion out that break and maybe a sharper angle. That's about it. He looked like he took an angle more this way, you know, and that might be how he's coached. I would maybe want to see a sharper angle because that angle was too slim and that corner is not going to be able to stay in his hip. So if you making that in-breaking post cut, the only thing that can maybe make this route better is a flatter angle. And he might have just dropped that. And he looked like he dropped it. Let me see. Yeah, I think that corner hand got in there. I need to see it from the other angle. It looked like that corner hand got in there. Let me get my head out the way. He dropped it. He just dropped it. So the route was good enough to win. You just got to make the catch. They locking Mingo ass up. Boy, lock. That's good coverage. Them corners winning right now. To me, the cornerback room is winning. That don't mean Mingo bad. They just making more plays. You can't really judge that play. He sat in a hole. You can't really judge that. It ain't nothing to really, you know. Hold on real quick. You said Mingo can be a better Gallup. He look quicker. He looks quicker than Gallup to me. He does. Gallup to me was a good jump ball guy. Mingo looked like he actually run routes pretty good. I wouldn't say elite. I would say decent. See, See, these corners is balling. He didn't bite on this at all. That's just some damn good coverage, boy. These corners, man, they ate they Wheaties that day. This is some good feet and everything. And that wasn't a bad route. That's just good coverage, bro. Now, I want that stick a little bit sharper by Mingo. That's where Calvin really just better right there. Calvin really feet is better. If you go watch really run routes, or if you go watch Waddle, them boys just, them corners is whooping ass, man. I'm just being honest. Them corners winning. I'm just being honest. Okay. So this particular route, I don't like how he rounded it off at the end. He made the completion, and I want you to be a little bit greedy right there. It's a good completion. Dak is gonna complete this in his sleep, but I want you greedy right there. I want you trying to make a move to get in the end zone. Let me see what was. Oh, it was the fourth. Nah, it was a minute left in the game. Be a hero. Looked like he was thinking about the clock because it's the fourth quarter with a minute 26. Go for the end zone, bruh. You just got to beat one corner, bro. Play some football out there. Be a hero. But he was thinking probably about the clock. Bro, you could have scored right there. To me. But he probably was just trying to get out of bounds. Because they had a minute 26. That's what he was thinking. That's me kind of nitpicking him. Being honest, I'm kind of nitpicking him. Because that's a situation where you got to also play the clock. You know what I'm saying? You playing the clock too. Because I'm looking at the time. It was a fourth quarter with a minute 26 and they was down by 11. I don't think he was scared. That's why I had to look at the time. That's why I scrolled down. I want to say, why did he go out of bounds? And if you look at it, that's the last play. That's his last target. And let me show y'all real quick. Because you got to also think about the situation, right? So it's the fourth quarter, a minute 26. It was first down, and they was down by 11. So he basically was trying to, do you get the points? Because if he tackle you and you don't make the touchdown, then you go lose a lot of time off that clock. You know what I'm saying? So it looks scared until you look at the situation. Then when you see the situation, it makes you now understand why he made the decision he did. Just keeping it real. All right. I'm just being fair, bro. Now, so if I'm judging game one, game one looked like he could be a number 2. Game 2 does not. Just keeping it real. Let me look at game 3. All right, so we got Mingo at the top. Get my head out the way. Y'all notice the concepts is so much better than what we were seeing in Dallas. Y'all notice that Mingo is actually running real routes over here. Y'all notice that? These are actually real concepts. Think about that. I had to go to 2023 to see a real concept, y'all. That's sad. So we got Mingo at the bottom versus Witherspoon. So this is a good matchup. This is what you want to see. Shit, Witherspoon won that. He won that. This is a good corner. This is a first round corner right here, y'all. Ooh, but shit. See, this is where you got. This is why you want a receiver with elite stops. This is not bad, but the faster he can stop. This is also why I was saying Mingo need to attack the ball, because I said them corners can close space. Let's see if he attacked the ball on his comeback. He doesn't. He wait on the ball. That's why the corner able to get it out of there. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all? Yeah. See, when you coming out your break, you got to attack the football. You got to come back to the football, because then that corner will close that distance. And that's what he did. Got the ball out of there. And he posed on you, bruh. You gonna let him pose on you, bruh? Hold on real quick. Let me fix this. I want to get it to where y'all can see it. Yeah, he got that ball out of there. Then he pose on you. You gonna let him pose on you, bro? All right, let me fix this. Man, I'm hungry, man. I'm about to cut this film session, man. I need to go get something to eat. Quarterback and Mingo was in two different pages. He said, question, boss, on all these stop routes that Mingo doing, does a QB need to throw with more anticipation? With Dallas? I would say this, bro. Nah, Eric, stay. Don't leave. Stay. Don't come back. Stay, because I'm still going through. At least I'm gonna try to get through 2 more games of his targets to get a better feel for him. That's why I said, how many different ways do you run one route? Especially in the West Coast, or Texas Coast, where it's a timing-based offense to where the route is married to the quarterback's feet. So in a timing offense like that, yeah, the quarterbacks are throwing with anticipation. They are. To answer your question. But just looking at this again, I'm trying to look at the route. He in the slot. He was open, and he had about 4 to 3 yards of separation from that push off. Mingo looks strong. He looks strong. Cause see, notice when he push off on Witherspoon, and you notice he never get flagged. He ain't getting flagged because he pushing them low. And look at how much separation he got on that. What would Dak do with that? That's a lot of separation. That's a lot. That should be I see what happened. It was pressure on the quarterback. I was trying to see why that ball was so off. It was pressure on him. See, watch. See, I was looking at the route. Now I'm looking at the quarterback. Watch. See that pressure? That's what threw him off. Okay. Because that would have been a routine. That's way more than enough separation. That's over 3 yards right there. Easily. All right, let me keep going. Mingo not looking bad, y'all. Just being honest. He not. He not looking bad, y'all. I want to see Mingo with better concepts. He don't attack the ball. He need to attack the ball better. And his angles, see, he kind of give the cornerbacks good catch. I want to see you attack that ball better. And I don't like him taking 2 steps to break. I want you to be able to break and plant off 1 foot and drive. Notice he took like 3 steps to come out his break. You say I'm lying on Mingo. What you talking about, bro? You talking about I'm lying? Bro, I don't lie on shit. What the hell you talking about? Why would I lie and I'm doing this in the public? What the hell you talking about? You must be talking about somebody in the chat. You ain't talking to me. Let me look at it again. Let me tell y'all something. Don't be that person that because you already bet against him, you're not open. Because see, some of y'all want that weapon so bad that y'all looking at him with bias. You already got your mind made up that he ain't shit. And what you're doing is you're looking for confirmation bias. Don't watch film like that. Watch film based on what you're seeing, not with a made up mind. He got locked up right there. And that release was average. He got locked up. Cornerback won that rep. And this is another thing I'm gonna tell about film. It's very possible, because this does happen sometimes. It's very possible that two people can be watching the same film and see it different. That does happen. I agree with this, Willie. I agree with this. I would want him to play bigger. I would want him to play meaner. I would. And see, it's funny, 2 of y'all saying that. It's 2 people saying that, which I agree with too. He said, and it's funny, 2 of y'all said that at the same time, which I've been saying. Hold on. You say, man, I only see Mingo win. Man, go sit your ass down, bro. Now I know you biased. So you one of those, I bet Mingo finna go off. Y'all betting against Mingo. If you truly been watching my film session, bro, you saw me sometimes say the corner won. Sometimes you saw me say he won. For you to even say with a straight face that you only see Mingo winning, no, bruh. Some of these, the corners won, bruh. Some people can't watch film because they too biased. You can't watch film with bias. You got to let the film tell you. You can't tell the film. You got to let the film speak. You can't speak to the film. You can't just make up stuff, bro. Now I'm not showing no more of your comments, bro, because I already see what time it is with you. And if you been in here, you saw me earlier showing him on the run. And I showed 2 games of him on run plays, bro. And my boy Henny say, it's a C with B potential. Yeah, and I need to know what we gonna talk about that when we get to Boss Land. Cause then obviously I know you watching, so we go talk through it. And we can turn it back on too, bro. Cause I'm on week 3. Let me go to week 4. Cause that was it. So it's nothing on week 4. Let me go to week 5. Cause I at least want to get through 4 games. All right. It's nothing to judge there. He just sitting in the hole. You can't really judge that. We got Mingo at the top. Good out route. Good out route. Very clean. He does it in one step. Notice he doesn't chop. See, that's a speed out. That's a good out. That's a good out. Notice he don't chop. He didn't chop. He didn't chop his feet. That's hard to cover. You see what I'm saying? So that's a very good out route. Very fundamental. See, some people will say he rounded it off. It's not bad to round it off if you speeding through it. He sped through that. That's good. Then tried to truck him. That's what I want to see, Mingo. I want to see plays like that. When you get a feel and you try to truck somebody, you feel me? Play mean. I don't want to see no nice guy receivers. He say love the content. Appreciate it, bro. He in the slot. Let me fix this where y'all can see it. Good route. Bad ball. His angles, I think it's his angles at the top of his route. His angles too skinny. If he sharpen that, I think he win more. Cause I like how he set him up with his feet. I just didn't like I didn't like how he came out that break. That angle was too. It's the same thing I said earlier, where on that skinny post. See, you gotta sharp. You not running away from that corner. Either that's coaching or that's him. I want him to take a better angle. And to me, right at the end, you didn't explode out your break enough. To me, I want to see a sharper angle, and I think you win that. I don't have his drop percentage in front of me. That's also a bad ball. That's a horrible ass ball. That ball is trash as hell. Like, bro, you gotta throw that ball over here, bro. That ball need to be right here. He got that ball on his back shoulder and low. You put it to where the corner can make a play. If you put that ball right here, that corner might not be able to make that play. That's a horrible ball. Let me look at it from the other angle. He run a pretty decent out. He runs a good out route, and this is a soft cover 2. That's a soft cover 2. That's just come on, bro. That's a quarterback problem right there. Yeah, they ran a soft cover 2 right there. You could tell how the cornerback was sinking into the flats. Watch. You see him sinking into the slat. Yeah, so he reading the quarterback. That's what he was doing. The way that wasn't a hard cover 2. That's called a soft cover 2. When you running a soft cover 2, you're not sitting down. You more so floating in between what's called the threats, because you playing the flats. That's what you're doing. So what you're doing is you letting routes progress, and you making a play on the ball. And that's what that corner did. Good play by the corner. Very bad decision making by. That has nothing to do with Mingo. The right play really should have been a check down. That's what he really should have did. This is quarterback being greedy, because you see the cornerback floating right there. The check down would have been a better throw, or actually throw it away. It's just bad quarterback. All right, we got 3 more. We got 3 more. 3 more targets, and then I'm gonna be able to give my opinion. I think that's Mingo up top. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's him up top. I think that's him right here. Good catch. I just don't think he attacked the ball well to me. And I don't like how he come out his breaks. He take too many steps to come out his break. He's not an elite stopper. He's a good stopper. He's not an elite stop. He don't stop on an elite level. Do y'all remember I was showing you Calvin really? See, when you look at Keenan Allen's stop, if you look at Calvin really stop, they have elite stops. This is good. This is not elite. Good catch though. Very good catch. Very good contested catch. Very good. Henny, I'm leaning towards your grade. I'm leaning towards your grade. The more I'm watching him, I'm not seeing number 2, bro. I'm seeing a very good number 3. I see him being a very good number 3 though. I think he gonna be a damn good number 3. From me watching this and everything that I've watched from all the games that we've watched, and see, when he uses his hands, he's strong. And you notice he never get called because he push off the right way. He never push up. He never push off up top. I see a very good number 3. I'm just being honest, y'all. I don't see number 2, bro. I feel like Dak can work with this. I feel like we can win games with this. I feel like we can win games with this. Even if he was our number 2, I feel like we can win games with this. But this ain't scary. And based on what I'm seeing, and I did a film session on, I'm gonna do one more play, then I'm gonna get ready for Boss Land. Nah, hell nah. Hold on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did a film session. No, sir. Tolbert is not better than Mingo. I'm being all the way honest. Let me go pull up that film session so y'all, cause I ain't gonna do another, and I already did it. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you where you can go check it though. I'm gonna go show you. Y'all give me 1 second. I appreciate everybody in here, man, on this film session. Help your boy out with a Cash App if you appreciate me being thorough. I think we looked at a lot. I can look at some more, but I think we did good. I do want to look at some more though, and I'm probably gonna do a part 2 of Mingo, because I do want to look at more games when he. Y'all give me 1 second, because I want to show y'all exactly where that film session is, so you can just search for it. And it's thorough too, bro. I think I went through 6 games, bro, of him versus Keenan Allen. Y'all give me a second, man. Y'all be patient. I'm trying to find it. Why can't I find it, bro? My eyes just bad. Y'all give me 1 second. Ah, there it is. Found it. Why couldn't I see that, boy? I'm blind as hell. Couldn't even see that, bro. He was right there in my face. I'm just making it bigger so when I show it to you, y'all can do a search. So if you want to see Tolbert, I already did it. All right. So all you got to do is when you go to my channel, go to the search bar and just put in Keenan Allen film versus Jalen Tolbert film. That's all you got to do. If y'all want to see Tolbert, it's right there. And I do a real good side by side of both of them. I think I got one more play. Yeah, I got one more play. One more. He run a good out. He run a good out. If it's one route he runs well, it's that out route. Real top. If it's one route that he is smooth at and that I love everything about it, he has plenty of separation on that. Oh yeah, he's straight. He's straight. All right, let's talk. So let me sum up what I saw so far. So, and I think I want to look at about 3 more games. First of all, again, y'all, you know, one of the best ways to show appreciation is through that Cash App, because when I show this much film, I'm probably ain't gonna get paid on it. So the only way that kind of, you know, help pay for this type of stuff is those Cash Apps. So, and y'all been doing that, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Anything, $2, $5. But I've been seeing y'all been doing way more than that. Y'all been throwing some real money in that Cash App. And I appreciate that, because that showed that y'all appreciate it. Y'all appreciate real film. Because this is actually real film. Like when you going through film, it's supposed to take time. It does. It does take time, right? It also depends on what you're looking at. So if you're trying to see his routes, you'll look at targets. If you're trying to see him as an overall player, you would just look at passing plays because you want to also see if he's winning. Even if the ball not coming his way, you can still judge, is he winning? If you want to get a full, thorough look at him, you want to see him on running plays, right? So I did all of that today, especially on the first two games. I looked at heavily Washington and then Philly, but then it got frustrating because it was like there's no concepts to judge him on. So that's why we had to then go to 2023. So to sum up what I saw, I really love what I saw game one. Game one, he looked number two. He looked like a number two game one. Because remember, he won on that post route, had 2 steps on that guy. If he would have completed that ball, Mingo would have had like a 100-yard touchdown. And that would have caught all of our attention, right? I saw a lot of wins game one on good corners. Game 2, game 3, that was like what Henny said. That was more number 3, number 2, C/B. I perfectly felt what Henny said. I perfectly felt him. I also felt like, for sure, he doesn't play up to his size to me. He's not a mean receiver. He's not somebody that's looking to intimidate and bully. He's kind of the nice guy type. He's a nice guy type, I didn't see a lot of loafing. I saw some, but not a lot. I saw some, right? So I'm not going to beat him up on that. If I was to say anything, I would feel like when he's running a skinny post, or a slant, I would want him to take a sharper angle, and I think it could help him win more. But I also don't know if that's what he's being coached to do. The stop routes and attacking the football, to me, is his liability. I will want him to attack the football better. To me, if he attacked the football better, I think he got a better chance at making better plays against good corners and great corners. Those would be the things, if I was kind of judging what I saw, that's what I would say about him. So in summation, to add it all up, I do not see a number 2. I see, if he would have played game 2, 3, 4, and 5, like game 1, I would have told everybody to kiss my ass and that y'all panicking. But no, it's not a panic to say from what I saw that we need a number 2. Now, this is the benefit. But I'm going to also say this. It is still panicking, though. It's panicking. You know why I know? Because nobody could judge him from Dallas. If you judged him from Dallas, you panicked. You did. You had to go back to 2023. And I know most people did not do that. If you judged him from Dallas, you just judged him off nothing. You can't judge him from Dallas. Them concepts was that bad. You could. How can you judge him from running one route? You can't. So this is also a lesson to us. Let's be honest. More of us need to do this. More of us need to turn on the film. We need to stop judging these players based on stats, based on names, based on emotion. We gotta sit our ass down, turn on the film, and judge them. And I know 99% of us did not look at 2023 film. Which, and I'm just being honest with everybody, as a nation, we got to do better. Because if we don't learn how to have that habit, we gonna be sometimes being emotional instead of being thorough and logical. And these tools I'm using, anybody can use. You can use this. This is the NFL Pro. This is available. You can just do this yourself. You can turn on the Pro yourself. So, we need a number 2 from what I just saw. I'm gonna still look at some more. I'm gonna probably do a part 2. I'm on week 5. I want to look at week 6, 7, 8, 9. And I think after 6, 7, 8, 9, I have a perfect feel for him. And I'm gonna say this: if we get a number 2, this is what I see. A quality number 2. If we get us a quality number 2, we will be in a very good position because Mingo is for sure a good number 3. So I'll be back, y'all. I'm finna come back with Boss Land. And y'all gonna be seeing more and more of these film sessions. I'm gonna start doing my next round of film sessions. I'm gonna look at some running backs. I know me and Rome talked about looking at what's his name? Chubb. I want to look at Chubb. I already did a film session, a thorough film session. Well, I looked at Sanders. I think I looked at 3 games. I need to look at more on Sanders. But I want to look at Chubb. But after I look at Chubb, I'm turning all my energy to DTs. So we've been doing a lot of homework. My boy Blackwell, he sent me a list of DTs, and there are certain teams that have so many DTs. He showed me some teams that got literally 9 DTs. 9. I think one of them, let me look at my notes, was the Bills. So we gonna be looking at different teams that's what I call overstocked, where you have so many DTs that you eventually gonna have to likely offload some of them dudes. It's just too many of them, right? So when you're looking for a trade, to me, those are the type of teams you start with. Teams that got too many, right? So we go look at the teams that got too many, and then we go through the film. We go turn it on, and we go do just like what we did today. This is not fancy. It's not cute. Sometimes you go see me quiet because I'm watching. You ain't gonna hear no voiceover. You're not gonna see no bells and whistles. You're not gonna see no graphics on it. It's raw. It's raw film. But again, man, I appreciate y'all watching this film session. Hopefully y'all got a real or a better feel of Mingo. And y'all come back, man. We getting ready to likely have us a nice war. I'm almost certain it's gonna get nasty. Because we go talk about them trenches versus team weapons. And we go probably do more film. Me and Henny already talked about doing more film. So we go probably look at some more receivers that's being rumored. That way we can kind of know what front office is likely trying to do. And then we go discuss that as well. But it's Boss Cowboy Sports with another edition of film on Mingo. I'm out.